welcome to another broadcast with me and Lady Napsalot here and the little one. Right, let us make sure that we are broadcasting. Yep, looks like it. Part 3. Let's see. If I put that down soon, it... Yep, there we go. Right, so definitely broadcasting now. So, without further ado, let us continue with the story, shall we? One wonders how fearsome this Iania truly is. If Trino's barrier is similar in design to Alexandria's, should we assume that electrope technology is standard here as well? To work. Lumul is vibrating with nervous energy. At the moment, Iania should be waiting just past that park. Let's be off before anyone changes their mind. Whenever we meet an engineer from some distant land, I can't help but wish to introduce them to our friends at Ironworks. Such a firestorm of questions there would be. Lumul is sweating rather profusely. Breathe in, breathe out.
Our visitors. Thanks for lending a hand earlier, but what brings you here? Lumul, what did you do?
You know that, advanced monster tracking, what's it? It may be a teeny tiny bit,
You broke it again? How many times must I tell you that we're running low on electrope? I'm an engineer, not a bloody miracle worker.
I beg your forgiveness. I'm on my knees and everything, see?
Wow, that was a dramatic leap.
And since we have guests, can't you let it slide? Just this once?
He dragged you here just so I wouldn't tan his hide, didn't he? You'd never believe he's the elder sibling. I'm so sorry.
Please, don't be. We're glad for the opportunity to meet you. And Lumul mentioned that you might have some work we could assist with.
There are guests, Lumul, not servants. Must we have the manners talk again?
Please don't misunderstand. We asked to help, that we might learn what life is like in Treno. And with your expertise, we also hoped you could tell us more of how the city utilizes electrope.
If that's the way of it, then I'd be happy to share what I know.
When you spoke earlier, it sounded as if Treno had little electrope to spare. It's difficult to procure, I take it.
We never have as much as we need. And much of what we do have is repurposed. You'll find me digging through the scrap heap whenever some vital device or another breaks down. Repairing that old barrier should be our highest priority. But we just don't have enough electrope on hand to do a proper job.
And the longer we go without access to the mine, the worse it'll get. If only we could scare those beasts away.
Did we not pass through a mine on the way here?
Aye, and took care of the beasts in one fell swoop.
Just the one! Incredible!
So, the mine is safe for mining again?
Hooray! Leave the mining to your big brother. All you have to do is fix the tracker.
Yes, very well. If you go, do be careful. And once you get the machinery up and running, make sure to send some electrope over to the barrier service station.
Though we've cleared the mine, there is no telling what else waits outside the barrier. Shall I accompany you?
I'm so glad you asked. Seriously, I don't know what I'd do if I'd had to go alone.
As we did pass through but recently, I expect Raha can keep him safe without our help. In the meantime, shall we assist Ayane with her repair work?
They put one in mind of another pair of siblings we know of, don't they? I entirely forgot to ask your names. Do forgive me. I am Cryo, and this is Elita. Company Lul is Grahatia, a rune technology enthusiast. It's lovely to meet you. It feels strange putting you to work, but I'd be lying if I said I don't need the help. In the wake of an event like this, I presume a great deal of labour is required to restore everything to working order. The volume of fixes that need making is one matter, but I could handle it if it weren't for these legs of mine. The paralysis flares up at the worst times, I swear. I can manage a bit of shuffling from one station to another on a good day, but I usually leave racing around the city to my brother. With him off to the mines though, someone else needs to take care of the lightning sprites. They're drawn to the discharged ether of slain creatures. I'd offer you the detector to make the tracking them down easier, but seeing as Luma has managed to break it yet again... I do have this though. Toss Summit at a sprite, and you can suppress the ability to sense ether nearby. That usually gets them wandering out of the city towards more fertile ground. So, we needn't fight them. We find it safer not to. When threatened, they'll siphon energy from facilities we need to keep our medical services running, or emit bursts that overload nearby systems. For the same reason, I recommend you stick to the thoroughfares that will allow you to spot them well in advance. I would hate for you to be injured while helping us. Understood. We'll want to split up again to cover more ground. Are you ready to go? I appreciate the help. I'll be here working on the detector while you're away. Though you scan the area thoroughly, you see no lightning sprites. Though you scan the area thoroughly, you see no lightning sprites. Is there lightning sprites here? There they are! Lightning sprites, time to test your tossing arm has arrived. A synthetic desynthesizer. A pendulous powder is to a lightning sprite as a swift kick in the head is to anyone with a head, generally speaking. Okay, I seriously thought I was going to have to do a mini game to do this. Off they all go. You're back. Were there many sprites? Just a handful on your route then. Could be worse. Still, it's important to keep the city free of them. We're much obliged. In her heart, Yanni seems concerned for Cryo. Cryo is taking a while. Being new to the city, if something were to happen, she wouldn't know where to go for help. Would you check on her? She started off in the direction of Town Hall. Thankfully, I can confirm she's in no immediate danger. I got the detector running again just now, and it hasn't picked up any new signals. Though there are several diminutive folk about, none appears to be cryo. Perhaps one of them spots her passing through. You're looking at a mite lost there, lass. Aught I can help with? Have you seen a woman in a yellow hood? I presume you mean Cryo. Had a grand old chat with her earlier. Not to mention she saved my hide. Can't believe I missed that lightning sprite till it was right on top of me. It's thanks to her that I got out unscathed. Bit awkward striking up a conversation after that, and it had been a while since I talked to anyone I haven't known my whole life. She's a kind lass, good at putting folks at ease. Like Miali, I quite enjoyed telling her about the city. When we were done chatting, she went off towards the canal. Had a touch melancholy about her, though, and I wasn't sure why. Didn't think it was something I said, but I knew if it was, saying more wouldn't help, so I let her go. I reckon she'd welcome the company of a good friend right now. Good place for pondering, that canal. Maybe that's why she went that way.
Ah, were you looking for me? I only intended to sit down for a moment, but I must have lost track of time. Will you lend me your ear? The source, and the ninth. Someday I will have to decide which one to call home. The thought has lingered like a storm cloud in my mind. I've tried to ignore it. Remind myself that we have more important matters to contend with. But I cannot keep drifting between these worlds forever. When I first learned the truth of my past, I assumed it would have no bearing on my future. The Source was my home, and the students of Baldessian my purpose. But after meeting my parents...
Aww.
It struck me that to simply choose the Source would be to abandon them. And not only them, but a home I could have loved, had my life gone as it should have. That is why I had to learn more of this place. And the me I could have been.
now that you have?
I feel even less certain than before. Though we are strangers to them, these people have welcomed us as if we are their own. It's like speaking with old friends. And knowing now the challenges they face, what would it say about me if I just left them behind and returned to the source? Is that who I am? Who I was meant to be? Or is this where I belong?
Cryo. Thank you for listening. I'm a little less afraid to face the answer now, whatever it may be. And when I find it, I hope you'll be there. But we've kept Yanni waiting long enough. Let's hurry back. Trifling though it was, I feel that the work we've done has helped me gain a better understanding of Trino. The countless small actions taken by a myriad people every day are what make a place what it is after all. I'm glad you're both back safe and sound. Now we can relax till my brother does the same. With your friend escorting him, he can't get himself into too much trouble, unless he tumbles down the stairs into town again, I suppose.
That reminds me. The structures near the barrier all seem to be designed for Milala. Is there a reason that those in the center of the city are so much larger?
Oh yes. The center is the oldest part of Treno, built by the Hewn and the Eldite before the Milala came.
So Treno predates the Milala's arrival?
The mayor at the time was kind enough to take our ancestors in, and gave them leave to establish their own residential quarter.
Yet I have seen naught but Milala since we came to the city. Where did the other peoples go?
Alexandria. In the closing days of the storm surge, when death and destruction were everywhere, well, they believed it would be safer. But Treno didn't have a barrier at first, you see. But one of our industrious brethren had served as tutor in the royal household, and returned to us with knowledge of the barrier's design. It's thanks to him that the city survives to this day.
Might I ask a more personal question? We previously uncovered some records pertaining to the Milala's past. In them, it was written that the Milala left their paradise of eternal summer when a great calamity froze their isles. Understandably, all were not content to leave their homeland behind. Some attempted to return using the same power that had brought them here, but they found the way closed to them. Never again has the golden path opened that allowed their ancestors to flee to safety. Tell me, were that golden path to open once more, and you were to find the Milala homeland restored to its former glory, would you go back?
I'd certainly like to see that paradise of eternal summer for myself. Who wouldn't? But it wouldn't be going back. After all, my one and only home is here. Treno, this run-down, beat-up, beautiful city.
You truly love it, don't you?
Do you know what the speaker said when the Malala came to this place? O life, flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. We never forgot those words. Not my ancestors, nor my grandmother, nor my brother and me. That boundless optimism, that communal spirit, that is Treno. No matter what comes or how hard it gets, we'll choose joy over fear and stand together. There's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Nowhere else you'd rather be. Perhaps it really is as simple as listening to your heart.
Grandmother used to tell us stories of the Malala homeland all the time, but it was the part where the ocean froze over that always fascinated me the most. The vast open sea turned to ice. Imagine! Trouble toward trouble. Kyle is speculating as to the cause of your allies' delayed return. Earlier, you said that your brother couldn't get into too much trouble if he was with Raha. But how much trouble is that precisely? One would think they ought to have returned by now. Conversely, I hadn't expected to see the two of you again so soon. I take it Miali's curiosity is sated? For the moment. I gave her a brief account of the situation in Alexandria, as well as events involving the key. She was most interested in the latter. In fact, it seems she knew of the relic long before we did, and wishes to discuss it with everyone. Would you be able to join us? I should love to go straight away, but we're awaiting Raha's return. As we speak, Miali herself is making the rounds through the city. We have time. I wasn't certain if we should divulge any information concerning the key, but Alexandria's present location is difficult to explain without mentioning it. Fortunately, it turned out for the best. I have in mind to re-establish diplomatic relationships with Treno, but it goes without saying that there are logistical challenges given our respective locations. The least of these is that any trouble will require passage through Tural. To begin with, I shall have to consult with Gosan and the Vow of Resolve. If the Malala arrived in Treno immediately after fleeing the source, I can understand how its mayor may be privy to a knowledge of the key, particularly when that mayor is the Malala herself. Alexandria! The kingdom past the mountains, the one that vanished. I had wondered where you lot came from, but that wasn't my first guess, or my fifth for that matter.
The mine is in working order, I'm pleased to say. Electrope is being delivered for the barrier even as we speak.
Have you two finished regaling the mayor?
We have. Though she has her own story to tell. Of the key, in fact. We thought you might like to join us at the...
Oh?
This is an evacuation alert. All citizens, please proceed to emergency shelters. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelters. The Doom train is approaching. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelters.
The Doom train? Wasn't that one of Lindblom's weapons of war? You know of it? I've never seen it myself, but according to Zelenia, it was an armored vehicle used to transport war beasts to the front. In order to prevent them from running wild ere their deployment, a powerful arcane entity was housed in the engine.
The end of the war didn't slow it one bit. Quite the contrary. Fueled by lightning ether, it's been speeding across the continent ever since. The Doom train and its beasts bring death and destruction everywhere it goes. It's a veritable calamity on rails. It passed near Treno some years ago, claiming many lives, including our parents. I must go and repair the barrier as swiftly as possible. Without it, we haven't got a chance.
You can't be serious! You'll never finish in time! And you'll be right in its path!
I have to try. For Treno.
Yane, no!
It seems my services are required once more.
I'll go with you. Perhaps my knowledge of Electrope will be of use.
I wish I were a fighter like you two. Keep her safe, will you? Please?
While destroying the Doom train would be preferable, we should seek to delay its advance at the very least.
You can't be thinking of fighting it head-on. That's madness!
Well, now I have to do it.
If your mind is made up, there may be a way. There's a freight depot not far from us. We can use the train that's stopped there.
Raha mentioned that before, did he not?
The Doom train will have to pass through the depot to reach Treno. And since the evacuation alert was only just triggered, we might be able to reach it first.
So, we commandeer this freight train, match our speed to the enemy's, and use it as a platform from which we launch a sustained counteroffensive. Is that your proposal?
It'd be better than trying to smash the bloody thing before it runs us all over. And if it might save Yane, I'll do whatever it takes. Let me drive the train. That will leave you free to concentrate on the fight.
Lumul.
I need to grab a few things. Meet me by the gate.
While it is not in our nature to stand idle at a time like this, we should first consider how best to apply our individual skills. If anyone can stop a speeding weapon of war, it is Elita. but we must also recognize the threat posed by its company of beasts. If its influence is so powerful that, even as it barrels ahead, enthralled creatures continue to follow it, then the train may well gather additional minions as it draws near. There's no telling how many will charge Traino's gate, so we should prepare for the worst. Perhaps Stola and I ought to remain on guard here. I'm inclined to agree. Elita, while you remove the head of this metal serpent, we will attend to the defense of the city. Among other things, we must do what we can to ensure the citizens get to shelter before the fighting begins. Godspeed. Quick, how many coins have you got? Toss them all in. You could use all the luck we can get. I really could have gone without a doomsday attack today. Right, the place we're headed is the Bentini Depot. Although Traino has its own railway station, our assailants from earlier left it in need of significant repairs. Thus we'll be taking hover cargo. My friend here has volunteered for the mission, and yes, I did explain the dangers. The cargo's equipped with a portable barrier, and frankly, I'm great at my job. I guarantee our safety during the ride. What happens once we get to Bentini? Well, that's your problem. It certainly is. Let me know when you're ready to move out. Where we call home. The mole is resolved to meet the Doom Train head on, but would prefer to depart before he can think about it any longer. Ready? Then our fearless operator will help you aboard. We make for Bentini with all haste. Go on, climb aboard. I'll have us there in a flash. Do keep any limbs you're attached to and would like to remain attached to inside the vehicle.
This is it. You'll be riding that flat car at the rear of the train. I'll be all the way at the front, pushing her as fast as she can go. The Doom Train moves at breakneck speed. If we're too slow, it will plow right through us. Speaking of which, we'd best get underway before it does just that. Don't forget you're fighting for Ayane. For all of Traino.
Using our onboard systems, I should be able to monitor you from the locomotive, and you'll be able to hear me. Hit by a train in Treno or hit by a train out here, it's all the same to me. Whew, here we go. No. Woo! Damn, I like that reverb.
Where it is now! I'm counting on you!
bottom. Oh, and that didn't have the top. Okay, so I understand now. Left side. fun. Whee! Okay, so you can walk off the edge.
Phew. No more adventures, thank you. That was enough bravery for a lifetime. But we did it! We stopped the Doom Train. Well, mostly you did. Before we can celebrate, though, we need to make sure Treno's secure. As I feared, stray beasts to the south. I've lost track of how many times I've asked you for help, but I need your help again.
You think I was gonna say no? Ooh. I have to believe that Iane will be safe with your comrades while we attend to matters elsewhere. I'll see to the wounded. You try not to join them, alright? No, the Malalas!
No!
Can you stand?
Yes! Thank you so much. There were others being attacked over by the canal. Could you possibly...
Of course, I'll go right away. The rest of you should get to the town hall. I can't leave anyone behind. I won't.
Go, Trial! Oh my god, I get to play as Cryo!
Best make sure the evacuation route is clear first.
Water and blue combo. HP. Deals magic damage 3 times in succession to all nearby enemies. So that'll be my single target combo, and that'll be my multi-target combo. Okay, so that is the strongest attack. Okay, got it.
People by the canal.
Okay.
Help is on the way!
My thanks, what incredible magic. Scared? Who?
There may
Me?
be other stragglers.
You got this, Crow. You got this. So scared. I couldn't even move. Silly, isn't it? My wife and I will be making for the town's hall straight away. You have my word on that. If you're determined to check on everyone, I won't complain, but do be careful. Come on. Right. Be careful.
That breeze is awfully warm. Oh no!
I noticed, bring water.
First things first, the fire.
You be on fire! We can't haul enough water.
To take a leaf out of Y'shtola's book.
Thank you, my friend. It was you that put the fire out. However, will I thank you? Now that we know it won't be spreading any further, we can all take shelter until this is over. What sort of magic was that? I've never seen the like. Priorities, yes, I'm going to run away, and we can talk about it later.
Not a moment too soon. I hope that was the worst of it.
Somebody help!
A voice. Further out.
Eek!
I'll take care of this. Make shelter.
Phew, that was close.
Is that all of them?
Whoa!
A behemoth!
Y'shtola!
That rather close.
Thank goodness you're all right.
Ayane has finished the repairs. We need only hold the line until the barrier is in place.
And hold the line we will, together.
The Levin grows more volatile. Something is coming!
Full lightning! Y'shtola, speed! Lend me your strength!
2 of us will disperse these balls of lightning!
Just keep the lightning at bay a little longer! Take cover behind the springers! The tide is turning! Press the attack!
I must say, that was an incredible performance.
Oh, how you've grown.
Flatterer. What is it?
The barrier is restored. The people of Treno may rest easy once more.
Everyone, and thanks to our guests, the Doom Train has been destroyed. Last but not least, Ayane's fixed the barrier. We don't need to worry about beasts anymore. This calls for a celebration.
The Doom Train is gone for good.
That's our Ayane.
They're safe. All of them.
Oh.
Elila? Kryl, does the name Elila mean aught to you?
My mother. Did you know her?
I'm sorry, my dear. We should get you patched up before aught else.
Oh.
Alila's story and that of the key are one and the same. After you've rested and recovered, I'll tell you the tale. You have no cause to fret, I promise you. While Lummel forgot to give the order, bless him, there's work to be done ere we can celebrate. First and foremost, we must see to any injured. Come and find me at Town Hall when you're ready.
Oh, that's Krell's grandmother, isn't it?
Without further delay, then.
You needn't mind me. My injuries are far from severe.
But your curiosity is another matter, is it not? Your feet will deliver you to Miaili all the swifter if you can actually walk on them.
Exhaustion aside, Krell sustained no injuries you need worry over. To think, Miaili knew Krell's mother. I too am eager to hear the details. It'll be because it's her grandmother. After that battle, I think we all required a moment. You had better get some rest too, I mean it. While I would have rather not have tumbled to the pavement in front of half the city, I am none the worse for wear thanks to your Stola. But what of yourself? If you have any hurts, we can tend to them now before we see Miaili. Into the mist. Kryle is ready to hear more from Miaili, or is she? Curious, isn't it? I want to know, more than anything, yet part of me is still terrified. But having come so far, I can't turn from the truth now. If everyone is feeling up to it, let us go and have our answers. This is just going to put more strain on you, making that decision. You thought you were ready to go back to the source, but... well, if that truly is your grandmother, you're going to be torn between the two again. how are you faring? I hope you've recovered from your brush with the Dawntrail. And did I hear something about a behemoth? I had every confidence Lemuel would be safe in your company, but it heartens me to see him unharmed nonetheless. While the key is to be the main topic of our conversation, there is no telling what else Miali might reveal. It's alright, I'm ready to hear it. I find myself feeling anxious on Kryle's behalf. Ah, our new friends. Do you know why Grandmother called us here? Both Iania and I neglected to ask.
Ere I begin my tale, there is something about our family that you need to understand. We are descendants of the Speakers of Eld, and I myself am the latest to inherit the role. Even as we do our utmost to ensure our people's welfare in our adopted home, it has ever been our duty to find a means to return whence we came. Alas, our ancestral treasure never did answer our prayers. And that left my elder sister, the previous speaker, mired in doubt. It was then, when she was at her most vulnerable, that preservation reached out to her.
The key is none other than that relic, and it has been in the safekeeping of our people since time immemorial.
Yes. When lightning threatened this world, we attempted to use the key to flee again, like our ancestors once did. Alas, no matter what we tried, we couldn't invoke its power. We had all but given up when Preservation approached us with an offer of partnership.
We've heard this part before, from my parents' memories. My mother was your sister.
Oh.
She was, which makes you an heir to the Speaker's legacy. The last message I received from your parents said that, in order to thwart Preservation's design, they must send away both their daughter and the key. I now understand what became of the former. As for the latter, through conversing with your friends, I gleaned with whom it currently resides.
And is it your wish that we give it back?
We Milala are the people of Treno now. Here is where we've put down our roots. The moment Elila relinquished the key, she relinquished our claim to it as well. But be that as it may, my sister gave up not only her life, but her darling daughter, to prevent its misuse. It is my duty to ensure that its new bearer is worthy. So, should it answer your call as it never did ours, how would you use the key's power?
to save lives and perform other such feats of heroism.
For some, that might be a self-serving end. But your deeds are proof that I needn't worry. And what's more, there's your friendship with my niece. I dare say that speaks well of your character.
By the by, do you have any records pertaining to the key here in Treno?
Would that we did. But Delilah took everything with her when she joined Preservation. If aught remains, it would be in Alexandria.
And so we find ourselves returned to our original course.
Shale may have made some progress. Perhaps it's time to bring our visit to an end. But by that, I don't mean to say that I don't feel welcome in Treno. You've all been so kind and accommodating. And in many ways, it's my hometown. It's just that, well,
It's all right, my dear. It is true that some feel bound by blood or birthplace, but I don't believe that your parents would have wanted that for you. They devoted their lives to understanding the key so that future generations would not be burdened by it. As we have chosen Treno, so too should you choose the place you call home. A place where you can bloom and grow with fearless joy.
I will.
And there you have your answer.
We must give you a proper send-off, though. Wait for us by the gate, will you? A word of caution, Keeper of the Key. As you know, it is a relic that has traveled across centuries and worlds, passing through countless hands, oft beckoning to those ruled by ambition or avarice. Indeed, some have wondered if it chooses its master. But I believe differently. I believe that some inexorable force, call it fate, if you will, ushers it from one bearer to the next. Be wary, for fate's regard now falls upon you.
I really can't thank you enough for saving us from the Doom Train. You should have heard the cheer from the town hall at Lumos' announcement. Did you hear it? It was pretty loud. You don't smell a dodo around here, right? These ones are coming along beautifully. flowers are still blooming, and we have you to thank for it. I'm afraid I don't have enough words to convey what that means, but I will plant another patch in your honour. Oh, it's you again. Hello again. I apologize for not standing up to greet you. It's nothing personal. When I heard we were safe, my legs quite gave out, you see. I can't believe that you managed to stop the Doom train, fix the barrier, and come back safe and sound. I did chuck all my pocket change into the fountain for you. Do you think it helped? Kyle looks like she's just seen the first ray of sunlight on a cloudy day. I'm glad she found what she sought. Lumo and A&A have gone to summon the other Malala we met from across the city. I can't believe I have living relatives here, and that they make it seem so simple. Maybe it's enough just to be Cryo. If the Malala's records were in Preservation's possession, I doubt they ever relinquished them. That knowledge must await us back in Alexandria.
Thank you all for everything.
We're the ones who should be thanking you. You fought so many times for us.
I've tended to the people's immediate hurts, but see that they receive appropriate care as they recover.
I still can't believe you took down the Doom train. Just like that. You're my hero, truly. And I'm sure Mum and Dad and everyone else we lost will rest easier now that it can never hurt anyone again.
For my part, I cannot thank you enough for supporting my plan for the barrier. Not to mention that we wouldn't even have the electrope to restore it without your aid. I can't wait to see what else we can do now that the mine is back in service. Cryle. O life, flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. Remember that, will you? Whatever shore you choose.
Of course. Those words, and our people, will always be in my heart.
After so long without her, I had begun to forget what my sister was like. Her face, her voice, fading like the mist. All I could remember clearly was her resolve as we parted for the last time. But now I've seen her again. In you, sweetheart. for bringing her back to me. It is a joy to have met you, Kryle.
You too, Aunt Meili.
I know your home lies far from here, but to us you'll always be family. Come and see us once in a while, won't you?
I will. My comrades have found a treatment for Levin sickness, so I'll bring it to Treno as soon as I can.
My, you certainly have no shortage of accomplished friends. We'll await your return, my dear. Life is full of surprises when one lives in hope. Isn't that right, Delilah?
Once we are back in Solution 9, I should like to relax with a hot cup of tea. If safe and reliable airship travel to Treno were possible, it would cut down on the length and the danger of the journey. Though we're still in the 9th, it hardly feels like it up here. What a wonder. It still feels like I'm dreaming, but even should I wake, I'll remember it. I'll remember them. On a practical note, I'm more certain than ever that Shill's work will yield vital insights into the key. I look forward to speaking with her when we arrive in Solution 9. If you don't mind, might we first make our way to Resolution? Ghostam will be wondering about my absence. Heavens, yes. I apologize for keeping you from your duties for so long. Think nothing of it. I was more than happy to be a part of your adventure, and Ghostam will forgive me once I tell him of Treno. There we go. This will be the end of the quest chain. Though we learned little about the Athians, our sojourn was more than worthwhile. We're back! According to the people of Treno, there are yet other settlements in the 9th. We shall have to seek them out one day. Ghostam hasn't worn his regulators since his memory was restored. The experience must have affected him deeply. This explains much. I wondered why I had seen neither hide nor hair of your Majesty these past days. May I ask where you've been? It's quite the long story. However stalwart your companions, traversing the mist continent with no knowledge of what awaited was extraordinarily reckless. That I cannot deny, but it availed us much. We have the opportunity to resume diplomatic relationships with a long-time ally. And as I did not in fact come to harm, all's well that ends well. Should you feel compelled to go on any other excursions in future, I expect that you will notify me beforehand. Yes, of course. It was remiss of me. I apologize. Judy's call is most insistent. Nevertheless, whenever you require my aid, please do not hesitate to seek it. You're back. How did it go? Did you find a way down? Trainer, I've heard the name. Incredible that it sheltered the Malala all this time. What's more, the mayor was able to share some of the story of the key with her from her perspective. She believes the historical documents pertaining to it are stored in Preservation's archives. They could be. Though our work isn't done yet, we've made progress on the decryption. I was on my way to the containment complex to review the data in situ. In that case, allow me to accompany you. Though it may be incomplete, I should like to review the information available. Shall we? We'll contact you as soon as we've made some sense of it. In the meantime, might I suggest that our warrior of light get a good night's sleep or two? You never know what manner of hellish technology will be after us next. And Kryle, I assume you'll be wanting to familiarize yourself with the care and feeding of porksies. Indeed. While I am aware of the principles, I was needed elsewhere when the others were treating the Levin afflicted. I shall have to ask Y'shtola to instruct me. Tis the least I can do for my family. I intend to visit them whenever possible, but my home will always be here in the Source. There's nowhere I'd rather be. Earlier in Treno.
Now, there is much to be done. With access to the mine restored, I'd like to explore methods to expand our food production systems. I look forward to your insights.
Who are you? You cutie with green scales? Who are you?
Oh, my poor heart.
Who are you?
I only meant to steal a glimpse while we were in the area. But our eyes definitely met, didn't they? Oh, that's not ideal. Such fearsome instincts to perceive me as a threat in an instant. But I shouldn't be surprised. It's the Source's vaunted hero, after all.
Halmarut!
Oh, dear me!
Oh.
One need hardly be the warrior of light to notice you. You're far from subtle. As if the horns and scales weren't enough, you insist upon dressing for another century. Those clothes must be as old as I am. Where is your robe?
You mean the robe that practically announces me as an Ascian? Not that I don't intend to reveal that detail, but it will be at a time of my choosing. Besides, if one of us can't help but draw the eye, it's you. Oh, Calyx, how you've grown. Smaller, that is. And surprisingly cute-ish.
Put me down.
Jests aside, we will be departing the 9th all too soon. If you wish to say your goodbyes, I could find you a vessel and mold it to match your preferred presentation.
Don't you dare. I will not debase myself by occupying a living body ever again. And in any case, to travel the rift as you do requires the shedding of one's flesh, does it not?
I apologize if I upset you. Your understanding is, in essence, correct. The magics cannot bring a vessel through the rift. Ergo, you must discard it and assume a form of pure ether until you reach the other side. However, that doesn't mean you need discard everything like so much refuse. Using fissures such as this, one can easily send small amounts of matter between reflections. Matter such as your archived memories.
All the more reason to remain as I am. At present, I could pass through a fissure myself. And as this form suffices for surveying the material realm, I see no reason to expend effort searching for a replacement. I wish only to observe. That is enough.
Very well. I shan't press. Nevertheless, odd though you may look, I would encourage you to bid farewell to those to whom you have attachment. For now that you failed, unless our hero changes course, this world is doomed to die.
I had hoped to banish death from their lives. Why should it come to all, whether they will it or no? Why must any accept this burden and grief? It was never about any one person. So no, there are none with whom I would exchange fond farewells. But so long as mankind yet survives, I can hold fast to my faith. That my life's work might again bring someone's salvation.
Hold fast you must, as we press ever onward. For soon it begins, and every world shall tremble. The Winterers must be prepared to outlast the great withering to come.
That's your ominous prediction, is it?
No, it's nature's proclamation. Can't you hear it? It echoes in the silence, left by the will of the star.
Whither blows fate's wandering will, for grey clouds presage winter's chill. Warm fear thee wells can ease the sting of partings, as we come to terms with an absence not soon forgotten. To tell those we hold dear what they've meant to us, and to wish them the best, we should seize that chance whensoever we can. Were it not for my ties to the source, I would not be able to treat those afflicted with levin sickness, nor potentially aid my people in other ways as well, as I very much intend to. There are still so many questions I wish to ask Miali about my parents, and even more I hope to learn about the rest of my family. Right. Okay, so that is now MSQ complete. Take care, my darlings. Love you all. Mwah! Bye for now. Love you.